Round of applause.
I know, finally. It's actually happening. Season 2 has begun.
Yeah. This is lit.
Yeah. So, okay. I thought of everything but the introduction. Man, this was so put together so well. But anyway, so have you seen Fight Club before? Like, did you watch any of the season 1?
I watched like a little snippet of when Raymond was on.
Okay, I gotcha. Okay, so basically the format is the same, except now it's not in front of a giant arcade box. It's now this new array of
I like it.
settings and setups and stuff. So,
It's lit.
have you played Street Fighter before?
To be honest, I'm not sure. Maybe like long time ago, like as a little kid, like at a pizza parlor or something. But
Gotcha.
not that I can recall.
Okay, so you're not like, I'm coming in with like
I'm not gonna hustle you.
all these stats and all this stuff. Like, oh, I got my combos down.
Yeah.
You know how to do all the combos and shit.
No, yeah. Whenever I play any arcade game, I kind of just button mash it till I try to figure out what's working.
Gotcha. Do you have a favorite arcade game?
Oh man, I really like. It's probably anything Marvel related. Like I remember, there's like an X-Men specific one. I can't recall like the name.
Was it the 4-player one?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen like ROMs of that and stuff around.
Yeah.
So I gotta do some level adjustments and stuff. So quality. Yeah. Can you hand me that right there?
Beep.
Yeah.
You got it.
Because thinking and vaping at the same time and talking and stressful shit. So yeah. Okay, I'll ask you some music questions now. So now this is the actual hard part.
Okay, I'm here. I've never been on a podcast, so this is exciting.
Yeah, such focus. What was your first instrument you learned how to play?
Okay. It's weird because I started, well, at our elementary school in like 3rd grade, they gave us like keyboard lessons that it was very basic stuff. Like we learned one chord shape and then like you just threw it all around the keyboard. Like we just learned how to do a basic C, and then you kind of notice that kind of works anywhere you put it, but it's different whether it's major or minor or diminished, whatever. But so I did that, and then like around the same time I was getting into music, like in general, really, like a lot of like pop punk bands, Fall Out Boy. That was the biggest like draw to music that got me really hooked. And then I kind of just followed in whatever other bands that had that same similar sound, and
pop punk. See, for me, like pop punk was so like formative. Like I remember like being like 10 years old and like I got this burned copy of like Blink-182 and stuff. So
nice, yeah.
And a lot of Linkin Park too. I mean, they're not pop punk, but like that, like you can kind of pinpoint the era.
Exactly, yeah. Early 2000s rock, alternative stuff. Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, I'd say my first actual instrument was the drums, and that was in 6th grade. My brother was taking guitar lessons at the Boys and Girls Club, and like I wanted to play guitar, but I remember that like once he found that out, like he was like pissed, and he was like,
"This is unfair."
Yeah, he was like,
older or younger brother?
Older.
Oh, see, I got an older brother too, so like those like real? That like you get away with everything shit comes up, you know.
Exactly. and then like I wanted to, but then once that happened, I figured out like, oh, well, that's kind of less cool than like if we're both doing the same thing.
Right.
So I was just like, oh, I'll pick the next best thing, and so at the Boys and Girls Club, there was like his guitar teacher, his like coworker would come in and give kids like drum lessons for like once a week and stuff. And so through my brother, I kind of got into contact with that guy, and he started giving me drum lessons, and he's a really good drummer. Bobby Amaro, shout out.
Shout out, man.
And then I really loved drums after that. I remembered always like practicing it, and then thankfully I had a friend of my cousin donate like an old drum set of his to us for free, and it was sick because
this was like the same time too. So
yeah,
it's like this all came in.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because I got that drum set pretty quick from the start of getting lessons, like probably a month or so. So yeah, I had something to practice on at home pretty fast.
That's good. And like, it didn't like, okay, all right, this is something I'm guilty of. Like, I procure instruments. Like, I'll get like, why do I have a banjo? But I have a banjo. I don't know how to play a banjo, but like, it's cool. Like, you actually like, it didn't just end up collecting dust.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. Do you have a banjo?
I do have a banjo.
Oh shit! I've always wanted to learn. That's kind of sweet.
Yeah, no, but like that's actually cool that kept going. But here's a question though: what makes a good drum sound?
Ooh, that's a good question. It's definitely subjective. Like, I feel like if you ask any drummer, they'll have their own interpretation. But for me, I really like.
There's no wrong answer on this one.
No,
because like you can
definitely.
I mean, we'll roll it back and say it's situational. I could say.
Oh yeah.
But like for you, what's the drum sound that you look for? And you're like when you're listening through like tracks or whatever. That's the.
So for sure, I remember when I got my like real drum set, my first custom kit a couple years back. I think the first drum I played was the bass drum, and I just kicked it, and then I felt the whole room frequencies, and like it had like this thunderous boom, and I was like, that's it. Like, as much as I loved the drum set I had before, like it didn't do that to me, and I was just like, wow. Like I think it has to do with the size, because the one I got is pretty deep. It's 20 inches by 22.
That's a big one.
Yeah, so it's like a cannon, and like I was like, that's exactly the bass drum sound I want. And as far as like everything else, like I like low sounding toms, not super dead ones. I noticed that's become like super popular in like live shows, like
sort of the 70s sound coming back and stuff.
Yeah,
it's very much that era.
But like I like low tune drums, like toms, but that still kind of sing and like have resonance. I'm not really big on like moon gel and stuff like that. I used to, but like I found like, and like I still don't really know how to tune drums, so I just fuck around till something sounds decent. But yeah, that's how I like to go about getting my like toms and sounds.
No, it's respectable. Yeah. So it almost sounds like the room is what makes a good drum sound.
Yeah, definitely. And that's weird because I feel like my drums sound good in my room, but like my room's not like treated at all or anything. And there's a lot of shit.
Sometimes it's just like,
yeah,
sometimes you just get lucky.
Yeah, probably, huh?
Like the room downstairs isn't treated like at all. It's just I personally like the sound of live drums, so like I don't mind if it's like reflective, that sort of thing. So.
No, I was gonna say too, like whenever we're jamming downstairs, those drums sound killer. Like, not just the tone, because the tone's great, but like just the way that feels. Like you said, like it's definitely the room. It just like, I feel like once you feel that, like it just channels a whole new inspiration of what you're playing.
Gotcha. Okay. How many shows have you played so far?
Okay, so...
Or actually, no, I won't do how many. What's your favorite show you've played so far?
That's crazy, because... well, not crazy. I don't know why I said that. But, because I've played drums for a lot of shows, like, in various bands and gigs and stuff. But for, like, solo singer-songwriter stuff, that's pretty new still. I think I had my first official show as a solo artist maybe like a year, like maybe not even that, but favorite show ever, Okay, it was definitely in last May at my school's spring concert. They asked me to play because, well, they had like kind of like submissions to like see if your band or like your act could perform and open up for Miguel. So I made like acoustic video on the shot, and I played actually Midnight Sun before like it was really recorded.
Very early version of it.
Yeah, very. And it was like, and like I performed, like I just had my iPhone camera set up. I had two mics, one for vocals, one over the guitar, and I just recorded that. And then I just went in iMovie, just edited up, and I put it on YouTube, and I just sent them the link as a submission. And I also set my band in at the time. And funny enough, my solo act was approved to play, but not our band. So it was kind of funny.
I had to make some band practices awkward.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna still play the show, but like.
Yeah, exactly. And
I had that happen with like when I was DJing. Me and a friend were doing B2B sets, which were like back to back, and then like his set got approved, and then like after that, like it was like that awkward like. Ooh, so you're gonna play the show? I guess,
really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
yeah.
I didn't even know that's like a thing for DJs.
Yeah, you can like you switch off every track or whatever.
Sweet.
So he just had like a better set list or whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that happens.
Nice. Are you still DJing?
At the right time and the right place. I still have the turntables.
Okay.
I still have them just in case.
Nice.
At the right time and the right place. If you see it, it's an occasion.
Yeah.
All right.
That's cool.
So, do you want to start with Street Fighter 1?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go for Street Fighter 1. So, hopefully, this stuff doesn't break.
Oh man.
You guys might not know before we started the show. This was like all broken.
It took a minute, but we're here.
Yeah, Josh is a very patient man.
I try. Not when I'm driving though, but literally any other scenario.
The other scenario.
Yeah, I'm pretty patient.
So
this is sweet.
I hope the button layout on yours works. See, this is like the home advantage where I made the controllers, so if they don't work, I always win.
That's funny.
But yeah, we'll go for Street Fighter. First Street Fighter is a very
Okay.
There's a progression.
So you got everything on here. Huh?
Yeah, all the way up to Street Fighter Third Strike, Street Fighter 3, because there's Street Fighter 4, and then Street Fighter 5, and then Street Fighter 6 is like supposed to come out. But still waiting on that soon.
I didn't even know they still make Street Fighters.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh shit.
So.
Okay.
This is the OG. The OG.
Okay, so I'm the red guy. Oh,
yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me figure out. Okay, so. Okay, that's jumping.
Whoa.
Man, I'm pinned.
And they really wanted to take your money with this game. Think about it. Like, we're gonna put that timer, we're gonna make it really short.
So I have a controversial question for you.
Go for it.
What would you say is the worst experience you've had with like producing or making something for a client?
For producing?
Yeah, or if like I know.
Because I can think of some shows that were really bad. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah, you used to play, huh? Like
yeah.
Yeah. Whatever your take is on it.
Worst show? I'll do worst show.
Okay.
Worst show had to be probably one of the first shows I ever DJ'd at. I won't say where, but it was at this bar that was like normally like a biker bar. That like was clearly not matched with the sound I was playing.
Okay.
And so you go on stage and you just like bomb for an hour.
Oh man.
And then while I was up there playing, right? And keep in mind too, this is like rinky-dink sort of setup, right? There's a fight that breaks out in the middle.
Way.
Like massive brawl. Like full on brawl breaks out. And then like the bouncer tries to come in and like break it up, right?
So what are you doing that whole time?
The whole time I'm just like,
you're just still playing?
I'm still playing because I like, because lights and stuff I didn't really see. I see stuff like the shuffling and stuff like that, and then it just got out of hand because like the security wasn't able to handle it.
Oh shit.
And so eventually they like drug the fight outside, right? And then one of the guys that was like fighting got hit by a car.
What?
Because like they went onto the street, right? And like I just hear horn and then smack.
Damn.
And I just kind of closed my laptop and went home.
Get out of there?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And that's why you get paid up front. Yeah. No, that was like probably the worst show.
Oh my. So when you're DJing, do you have like a lot of stuff to like load and unload besides
Depending
your
on the setup, right?
Okay.
If you're using like house equipment, then no. But yeah, no, I just like closed it up.
That's all yet? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank God. Oh, man. Oh, dude.
Yeah, because I was using house equipment at that time. So.
Oh, okay.
So like they had like a crummy like pair of CDJs. So I was just running Serato, which is kind of a easy workaround. But yeah, no, that was by far.
That's got to be Riverside County, huh?
I will neither confirm nor deny. I will neither confirm nor deny.
Oh yeah. It sounds like it. No hate though. We love Riverside. I got family in Lake Elsinore.
No, actually, it wasn't Riverside County. It wasn't Riverside County.
Oh, was it?
No.
It was.
Technically, it was San Bernardino County.
Okay.
Technically. I think. It was in Pomona.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you
that makes more sense. Man.
Alright. Can you press the start menu? Let's see if we can get out of this.
This one?
And then let's go to quit.
So who is winning?
You.
Tie. Oh no way. Just swinging it.
You.
I'm really obsessed with this, man. Like,
I'm glad it's making you
thank
happy.
you so much.
Yeah.
I wanna.
You get the first prototype.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
I feel special.
This was the first one, like the hardware I built, which is why it's the most jankiest of the ones I've built, which is also why you'll probably get it replaced from me.
Yeah. Could
you?
you send me like the art? I want to post that and like turn it into something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shirts or something. Stickers.
It's cool. But yeah, no. The reason why some of the buttons are different color is because I was putting the switches in and I cracked the button as I was putting it in, so it was supposed to be all blue.
Oh wow.
So.
No, I like it's like stands out. Yeah.
No.
That's sweet.
Yeah, I learned a lot on that one.
Dude, it's awesome. You should be very proud. It like came out amazing.
Thank you. Yeah. I learned a lot on that. I learned a lot on your tracks.
We're all learning. We're all learning this last couple of months.
So, I'm curious, how different, aside from the obvious question of the instruments go, right? How different is it planning out an acoustic track for recording versus planning out an electric track for you?
Phew, good question. I'd say like I feel like for a lot of my songs I write, since they pretty much all start out the same, like on acoustic, like or like on a piano, I always envision them pretty like bare bones and basic and like acoustic songs, and that's the approach like I want to take for most of them. But lately I feel like that's kind of like the easy way out, so to speak. Like I can just make all my songs just straight acoustic, but then I feel like that doesn't give them always the justice they deserve. And like so if there is a case that like a song I envision that's electric from the start, that's also fun too, and also very overwhelming because like I won't know where to start with that. Then at the same time, like once I'm in that process, like my ADD acts up and like I'll think of, oh, here's a sweet melody idea that I had never thought of, and then I'll play it, and then I'll want another guitar to do something else at the same time, or I'll think of a keyboard part, or I want to add like vocal layers here, and then like you never know what's enough and like when to stop, but at the same time that's kind of like the fun part. So it's just the whole journey, the whole process. Like I remember I started recording Midnight Sun. I wrote the song in 2020, and I think I started like a basic layout either late 2020 or early 2021, and here we are, October 2022, and it's barely out. So
yeah. By the way, link below. I'll have a whole playlist actually linked to all your stuff. So
thank you.
And the acoustic version out today.
Yeah, actually. It just came out today.
Today. Yeah. That's why I was asking. I was like, how's the process different for writing acoustic versus electric?
Yeah, that's awesome.
I guess I'm curious about when you have a song, right? Do you tend to go for lyrics first, or do you just like find the melody first and then like hum in the stuff?
I usually, and like I want to get better or like branch out in different techniques, but for me, I'll start with like a chord progression, and from there I'll either think of like a line on the guitar or just a vocal melody, or sometimes the guitar melody becomes the vocal melody. So yeah, I'll usually go chords, melodies, then lyrics, and I feel like they each have their difficulties. Sometimes one comes faster than the other. Sometimes one's easier than the other, but yeah, that's how mainly I've been doing it. And yeah, I definitely want to get better because I feel like sometimes my lyrics, I mean, I always try to write from the heart and like whatever I'm going through at that time, but I don't know if I have like,
well, I mean, different songs come from different places, so
yeah.
I mean, I guess, for myself, like I don't really write like so much lyric centric music, so it's like the whole concept of writing lyrics is so foreign to me. So like I like when I actually get to ask people like,
oh, it's cool,
like how do lyrics come about?
Yeah, no, that's funny. Yeah. I'll have like my notes app that's just full of random lines I've written over the span of months or whatever. I also have, I like to, like when I'm writing a song, I'll usually take out a notebook I have and pen or pencil, and I like to do that old school approach too, because I feel like when I'm writing something down, when it's kind of just coming out, like you'll get a new flow of ideas, and yeah, I feel like that part is special in its own way, to like not let that old school way of writing songs die. But phones are good too, because like I'll think of lyrics or a melody on the spot and just take out my voice memo app. Like I know I've done that before for like, it's weird. I'll be asleep and I'll wake up first thing in the morning, whether it's in the middle of the night or just super early, and like this random melodies that just come to me, and like I want to say they're from parts of songs I hear, or if they're just sometimes just original, because like I'll sing it back and record it, and I'll listen back days or whatever later, and it's like weird. It's like, wow, this came like straight from
the ether.
Yeah, subconscious shit. And yeah, so that's cool.
I've only had that happen once, and that was like on one of my tracks where I just like was like just fiddling with like a melody, because I had a chord progression built for it, and then like I was like, it's a top line.
Yeah.
that horrible part where like the song transitions from being like a chord progression to like actually having like a shape,
Exactly.
And so yeah, I came up with the top line, but like as far as like being able to like say that's why I did that. It's just like I don't know.
Yeah, nice. So it came to you like from a dream or just from after waking up, or
I could just hear it
yeah
in my head, like when I was listening to the progression, and then like I think maybe if like I was more focused on that or more experienced in music writing, that like that would be something that happened more. But like where you can hear like the top line when you're playing or when the chords are playing. So like I don't know. Found that part of my brain one time.
Yeah,
Can't
that's
find
cool.
it since.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, nice.
Sometimes, most of the time, for myself, I'll just like because I'll do more sound design centric shit. So it'll be like just have this drone running forever, and then just like building it off of
from
that
there, like
from a
different
sound
layers.
Yeah, and then loops.
That's
another
sick.
thing.
Yeah,
but
they all add like their own color, huh?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, loop hell is a real place.
Yeah.
Actually, that's true. How do you avoid loop hell? Because do you not like loop stuff out, or like when you're playing?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, in my live show, I have my Boss looping station, and that's how I perform most of the songs. Like, which is also a pain because like it's very scary because like if you fuck it up, like you have to redo it, and I've never had that happen to this day. Knock on wood, but yeah. So like I'll hit the pedal, I'll play the first like foundation of it, and then you have to stop it, right?
You have to latch it.
Yeah.
Where, like you catch it.
Yeah. Like you have to be in the exact tempo. And I think being a drummer helps that because like it helps me have like a nice inner
internal
sense.
clock.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was the word. And but yeah, so I mean different songs have like different amount of layers, but so in my live show that's how I like to do it. But like when I'm writing, I'll kind of take the same approach. Like I'll start with like the chords, and then I'll try to layer different melody ideas, and then sometimes I feel like I've gone to that loop hell and you just get sick of it and you
8
just
bars
like,
over
yeah,
and over.
exactly. Yeah,
It comes back around sometimes.
Yeah. Nice.
As far as like actually, you know what? Let's do Street Fighter 2 because we've been oh yeah, and you watching time because I know you're on more of a schedule, but I don't have my phone in front of me because it's recording.
Yeah, if we go over, it's all good too.
I don't want you to like get in trouble with boss man.
No. Oh, no. I had a dinner date with my godfather, but I think we'll make it.
Okay. What time is it actually?
It's 3:35.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll probably go till 4. So.
Yeah, sounds good. This is fun so far. Like
I'm glad. So far. Oh. We got a half hour more.
Kind of just want to keep it going.
We'll fix that.
Okay, Street Fighter 2. So when did this come out?
1988, I think. It said at the beginning. Oh, press the
2-player. Oh, nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, who's that green guy?
Monka.
He looks cool.
Gonna be basic. Go Ryu.
Oh my god. This feels like more like the modern layout of like fighting games.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That was fast. He kicked my ass that fast.
Quarters were taken. Quarters were taken.
So people used to spend their hard-earned money to play a quick game like this.
It's like microtransactions. Oh man.
Yeah, almost there. Oh no, he's coming back.
Okay. We decided to make this one interesting.
1-1.
1-1. The elephants on this level are so loud.
I was thinking that, like, it feels somewhat inappropriate in 2020. I mean, unless India is actually like that, I can't say. I've never been. But I like the elephant sound. It just sounds like a fucking
So
scream.
loud. So
Do they
loud.
need to be that like constant?
Such a
every
bad
other
sound.
second.
It's so loud. Hey, you know what though? It probably made sense for like. Oh yeah, press start too. Go again.
Which one?
It's the 2-player. It's the. There you go.
Oh, sweet.
God, please no more of that level.
This dude looks sweet.
It probably made sense though at the time because like you'd want people to get attention off of your machine because if it's on arcade, right? If it's going, I swear. Goddamn elephant! One more time.
Wait, I thought you switched the map.
I thought so too. Apparently not.
I feel like it's very appropriate to play an 80s arcade game for the release of Midnight Sun.
Hey,
Very 80s inspired.
that's true. So some of my friends from were giving me grief from last season because they said I suck at this game.
Oh no.
So like I'm actually trying.
No, so, or I just like mega suck. No. I'm like pinned. Yep.
Alright. Press the coin.
Coin.
Alright, and then hit quit. Cool. There we go. Okay.
I was digging Street Fighter 2 though. That was sick.
We'll do another version of Street Fighter 2. We'll go to the faster versions of Street Fighter 2.
All right.
But
So is this an app or is this like a?
actually, correction. You asked me when Street Fighter 2 came out. 1991. I was off.
Oh, okay.
I was off. But no, this is a standalone release on Steam. This
Oh,
was
nice.
Like, this was like
Like a bundle or something.
yeah, it had
Okay.
like the whole Street Fighter anniversary pack
Collection.
Yeah. So.
Dope.
So did you have a favorite arcade game? I think did I ask you this?
Yeah.
Or no, I did, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was
Marvel.
yeah,
ones.
either Marvel versus Capcom or I feel like there's like an X-Men one that's just Marvel.
Oh,
and
that's
I
right.
can't
The
rem-
four-person X-Men
Yeah,
game.
is that what? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
I've seen
That's
that
it.
places.
Non-arcade game though. Do you have a favorite video game?
Ooh. Of all time, probably either Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 2. Yeah.
Good
I mean,
pick.
I mainly played that for like the zombies and stuff. That was
Gotcha.
kind of my jam growing up, sorta. But yeah, so either that.
Those two.
Yeah. What about you?
All time. Probably Zelda.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone in particular?
I almost feel obligated to say Breath of the Wild because of how much I stream it,
Oh, okay.
but Twilight Princess holds a very special place for me.
Nice.
Yeah, those two. Yeah.
I think yeah, the only Zelda game I've ever played was Oracle of Ages, I think. Because I bought a Game Boy Color a couple years ago, and that game just sounded cool, and I bought it, and it was pretty fun. But I want to get into Zelda. It seems fun.
Yeah. Breath of the Wild, recommend that one.
Yeah.
Twilight Princess I'd also recommend too, but
Is that one like an older one? Or
it's
is
an
that
older
new?
one.
Okay.
It's not open world, and so it's like, I don't know. People either really like it or really don't. So Breath of the Wild's a really fun one though.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you toss me that? We're gonna take a little 5-minute thing. So I'm gonna get a drink of water. Can I get you anything?
I'm okay. Yeah. Thank you though.
And now we're back.
Welcome back.
I had my
everybody.
water. Went to the restroom. More comfortable now. So, if you're gonna listen to a record or like someone's music, right? What's the format you'd want to actually listen to it on?
Ooh, good question. I mean, ideally, I feel like it's super cliche now, and you look like a nerd if you say like vinyl, and like
That's respectable, because I would say vinyl,
yeah,
but you know,
yeah,
I didn't know if you were like, oh, I want the cassette, you know, or
yeah.
I want
Oh,
the,
I
you know,
got you.
yeah, like, or does the era of when you first heard it matter? Actually, that's probably a better question. Like, if you're like, oh, I used to listen to this on cassette, like when I was younger. See, like, sometimes I get so used to hearing songs that were like super low quality MP3s that like I'm like, doesn't sound like how I felt.
Yeah,
You know?
I get you. I feel like at this point right now, it's CDs in my car because my car takes a 6 disc CD changer, and I feel like whenever, because it's an old school car, so it doesn't have an aux cable or anything, I have to do like the Bluetooth FM transmitter route. So when I go back and forth from listening to like a CD I have in it, and then when I go to just listening Bluetooth on my phone, it's like night and day difference. And I'm really like now I look forward to when an album's coming out to like, oh, I can't wait to buy their CD, and I feel like that's such a dying.
I hope it doesn't.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
I feel like one day it's gonna come back, and like people say it won't, but I feel like it definitely will. Like it'll be like big hype, but as of right, yeah, that's why I'm collecting them right now, so I can sell them all off when I'm old. And
what's like your favorite like come up on as far as like, because if you said you collect CDs and stuff like that, what's like the jewel in your collection?
Ooh, yeah, definitely. I think there's this Dance Gavin Dance CD I got in like a little over a year ago. I think it was like April 2021, and it was at Amoeba. I think it was used, but it was only like $8.99 or $9.99, and now like I remember I posted like that find on Reddit, and it kind of like semi blew up, I guess, but and then kind of got into like conversations of people saying the same thing, like, oh, I can't wait for CDs to be the next vinyl and stuff. And but now like I didn't even realize at the time because like I just really wanted that album, but now like all of their discography, like their older stuff, including that CDs, like 200 plus I think on eBay. Like just for the CD, because I guess they're not printing them anymore right now, or they're but
It's like a small pressing and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
yeah, but
No, I wish CDs would, because they're such an accessible format, and especially for bands being able to make and sell music.
Yeah.
It's just such a better way of doing it.
I miss
'Cause
those days.
it's also the highest quality audio for like actually having it that you can like buy. Like, yes, you can if you actually get like. I'm saying conventionally, you know, like there are exceptions to that, like people who did like DVD releases or like, oh, we're doing a multi-track Blu-ray release of
Yeah.
our song. Okay, good for you, man. But like conventionally, it was like the highest quality format, which was commercially available like everywhere, and I wish like more did that, because like streaming does have higher quality options, like if you're using something like Tidal and iTunes, I guess now
Yeah.
does like their Atmos spatial audio
Okay. Yeah.
lossless stuff, but like I like the owning aspect
Oh,
of
definitely.
it.
Yeah.
So you're not at the mercy of some streaming company.
Yeah. I remember the first CD I bought, or it was a double purchase I bought, From Under the Cork Tree by Fall Out Boy and Pretty Odd by Panic at the Disco, like on a vacation. Like, yeah.
I know,
probably,
I know that era.
Like 2008.
I have that shit in my binder, actually.
Yeah. Remember, like printing out pictures to put in the screen between your binder. Yeah, those are the days.
Yeah. Damn, that's a crazy one. You made me think of that. Yeah, because I love that record from Under the Cork Tree.
It's a great album. Yeah.
I could see kind of. Do you have like a My Chemical Romance as well at that time?
You know,
or no?
that's crazy because I didn't get into My Chemical Romance till like probably within the last 2 years. Like for whatever reason, I felt like, I don't know, I wasn't really like drawn to them at the time. I mean, like I like their music, but like I think maybe it was just like, oh, like they became like their own like, oh, like I guess like kind of the group back then was kind of like how the group of fans are for 21 Pilots now, I guess. Like,
became a self-referential feedback loop in a way.
kind of, yeah. But now that I just don't care, my little brothers were actually into them before me, and like I just listened to more of their stuff and fucking love them now. So I just saw them last week, and that was a great show.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn,
bought last minute tickets, and I was like, shit, we got to go. I took them, so yeah. Like I owed it to them. They showed me the band, so.
Damn, that's cool. That's really cool. So, let me see. I had a question about, I don't remember what I was going to say though. I had a question about that, because you were talking about that show you were playing where you did a solo act versus like band. How much does like your gear change? All right, you typically play drums when you're like in a band format, right?
Correct.
And then if you're doing like, you do guitar? Guitar.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Acoustic.
I haven't seen you play live.
Yeah,
so.
I was gonna say, yeah, you should come to
Yeah.
whenever next show is, but
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've grown to like solo stuff more because playing drums is such a pain to like load and unload, and I feel like my fucking bandmates never. Or it's funny. It's usually like the people I invite to the shows that offer the help over my own fucking
the ones that are
members.
on the
fucking... And I always feel bad asking like my friends for help versus asking them, so it's like awkward. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy playing drums. I love it too, but it's like
the back line for it is just tricky.
It's a pain.
Yeah.
But
hauling a and I couldn't imagine trying to fit a kick drum in your car.
Oh, dude, I have to borrow my parents' fucking SUV whenever we play a show.
Yeah.
So, and then that's why I love solo stuff, because just pack my guitar, my pedal board, XLR.
Got
We're
it.
good. DI box, little DI box.
What's on your pedal board? I'll ask the sacrilegious question.
I love
you
that
can say secret if you want to. You don't have to.
No, I'll give it away pretty easily. I don't use that many like right now. Sometimes I feel like I'll have all the pedals on my board, but like in the show, like I don't end up using some of them. But I'll run into the Boss TU3, first one in the chain. Then I have like a cheap vintage compressor style that I kind of like for like the soft picking parts of songs.
So you roll off that like pluck a little bit, make it a little bit more.
And then it makes it more loud, sorta. And then from there, I think I have it going into the chorus ensemble. I think the CE5, the Boss. I use that for like Midnight Sun for the riff. I use that for like most of the songs. I really like that chorus guitar, like the Cure kind of vibe.
Gotcha. Yeah. It has that like sort of layer.
Exactly. Yeah. Very vintage sound.
Yeah.
And then I use a Phase 100 for like this one part in the bridge of Sunsprite, one of my songs. Then from there, I think I have the JHS Lucky Cat delay.
I love really JHS like stuff.
Yeah,
JHS stuff is like
top notch. I want to get more.
Stuff.
Yeah. But and then from there, I think I got a cheaper TC Electronic reverb. I think I can't think of the name right now, but it's like the blue one. I actually saw it in the JHS
It's a clone
video.
of the Boss reverb, I think.
Probably, yeah.
But I love cheap reverbs. Cheap reverbs are amazing.
Yeah,
that's kind of a thing, actually.
Yeah.
Reverbs don't have to be expensive, but like sometimes like some of the cheaper ones just have like that character that makes it sound better.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
JHS, it was like in their video of like top 10 under $50 pedals or something, and then I think after that now it's fucking more expensive.
Of course. Yeah.
But it's a great reverb, and then from there I can't think.
Because TC Electronics is Behringer,
right? Yeah.
Which is all part of some big conglomerate. Yeah. Yeah, because they make decent like analog synths actually.
That's right, huh? Like
they make shit preamps though.
Really? Would you ever use one?
Would I ever use a Behringer? I've used one. 100% used one.
Like a hardware, like physical one, or is it like a plug-in?
Oh no, like a strip,
Okay.
or like the little 2 guitar preamp and mic preamp, like USB one. I've used those a couple times just because like it's all that was available, but they're I'm not a fan. But I know some people swear by them for guitars, for like distorted kind of electric guitars. Like I know Glenn Fricker like mentions like you can get like decent sounds out of them. However, generally, actually, the best like little trick actually with Behringer stuff and like cheaper preamps is you can actually modify some of them. Like on my one of my rack units is an M Audio like unit from like 2004 or something. It still has like FireWire 800 on it, which is like an older format. And it was like part of like the old Pro Tools solutions, but like it's modified by Black Lion, so it actually has like Black Lion preamps in it.
Oh,
they like
nice.
redo the circuits inside, so it's like actually sounds good.
Yeah.
But that modifying cheap gear is great. Yeah, modifying cheap gear is kind of the move. Do you have any modified gear at all? That's like
I don't think
someone like modified it, took it apart and whatever.
Well, I don't know if this counts, but I had a cheaper Fender Mustang guitar from like 2016, and then I took out both of the pickups, and because there are 2 like cheap Fender single coils, like just the stock, and I put a Seymour Duncan Invader humbucker in the bridge, and then I upgraded to like a Lindy Fralin pickup in the neck, and now it sounds amazing. But
just sings.
Yeah. But,
humbuckers are great.
Yeah, it's weird because, quick fuck you to Guitar Center, but I took it to have it installed at Guitar Center, and the first time around it didn't work. Like they gave it back to me and like it was just all wonky and like it would cut out in whatever selection it was. Then I took it back and then like they kind of fixed it, but like each like pickup works on its own, but in the center it's super thin still. So and like at that point I was just like done with them. I was like, well, fuck these guys. I
don't know what they're doing, clearly,
I'll just wait till I can get it professionally fixed. But
I get you.
But I mean, it looks cool and it sounds better now. So
yeah. I'm trying to think if I've had any bad run-ins with Guitar Center.
Everyone's had to.
Some things.
Yeah.
I've had cables die from them.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't. And then mic stands too.
Yeah, a lot of cheap stuff from there.
Cheap stuff, yeah.
They sell.
It's made for like the prosumer kind of market.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, you got an iPhone, you can make music.
Yeah. That's so true. That's funny.
Oh God, no. Like PA systems, actually. Speaking of Behringer, I had a 2,000 watt PA Behringer amp system that like I got from Guitar Center. That were the right channel, just which just sounded horrible overall.
Oh my God. That's
doing those like pop up shows. Yeah.
I didn't even know Behringer made PAs.
Not very well. They made half a PA for me.
That's funny.
Do you want to do Hyper Edition?
Some more. Let's try it.
We'll do faster Street Fighter. So the solution to making Street Fighter sequels is add another character and overclock the game. So, like,
which one? Oh, that one.
Yeah, we'll keep on the JAMA, the first like version of it. So we see it says hardware, CP system, JAMA, CPS1. That means it's like that version of the hardware. So
okay.
Whereas the like Street Fighter Super required like the upgraded one. So Hyper Fighting is just like overclocked. But I think they added a character to it, so we'll find out.
Sweet.
Okay.
Do I need to hit this thing? Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's where they added Bison. This one.
Oh, who's the Jason looking guy? I don't want to check him out.
So do you have any Halloween plans?
Ooh, I don't know. I usually just like to chill at home, watch scary movies with the fam. Like, and then wait for my little brothers to go and get some candy and take whatever they can eat. But,
That's what's up.
it's become a yearly tradition to get Chipotle on Halloween now, because they offer, like, that special. When you show up in your costume, it's like $5 or something.
Really?
Yeah. It's something to look into.
Favorite candy?
Ooh. I gotta say, either anything sour or probably Twix. Yeah. Or peanut M&Ms. Those are always great. Godsend. What about you?
I'd go Reese's, probably.
Reese's Pieces?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, I'm just chilling at home on Halloween.
Oh, nice.
Oh, usually some scary movies, I guess, too.
Yeah.
Or scary video games.
Yeah.
I do that. But,
yeah.
favorite scary movie?
Scary movie. I'm gonna say either Halloween, the original, or Sinister.
Sinister.
Yeah, Sinister's good. What about you?
I'd probably say Psycho.
Okay. You know, I've never seen Psycho.
It's a slow burn. But it's
Okay. I'll have to, yeah. There's so many
Oh, yeah.
scary movies I need to check out.
Press the...
This guy. I feel like that wasn't fair being that guy, but, so I'll try him.
Bison.
I feel like that other guy was too good.
Round one, fight!
I remember 2 years ago, in the middle of like the pandemic, it was like the first Halloween, or I guess the first like holiday. Well, not technically counting 4th of July, but it was October 2020, and it was like, I feel like it had that depressing part to it, because it was like, oh,
You're not
there's no
supposed to be
Halloween
hanging out
parties.
with people.
Yeah, and there's not really much to do, but I recorded a song that day, or I had it recorded and I was like mixing it, or I recorded and mixed it that day, but like I finished a song and I was like super proud, and it was like, I don't know, it was like a weird feeling, like the whole 2020, it has like
Weird vibe.
yeah, but like kind of a vibe that you low-key miss, but like
It's true.
yeah, in that time it was like not fun at all though, so that's why it's weird now. So.
It's like I miss the time I had, but I don't miss that time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah,
It's
being
like
there. Yeah.
yeah, I don't miss the feeling of that. However, I miss
Yeah.
some of the.
I gotta do this.
Oh, also too, like, at least for me, like I remember most of how I spent pandemic was like playing video games online with my friends, which
Me
I mean,
too.
it's definitely got me through it, you know, and
Nice.
some music too.
Yeah. Like everyone had like their own like
Their own
goal.
journey on it.
Yeah, and I mean for me, I didn't really do much of that goal. Like I feel like I wanted to like record like a whole EP or a whole album.
You know what? All right, I will ask this though, because like I have a record that I wrote during that time that isn't released,
Oh,
right?
no way.
Yeah, but like it's kind of weird going back to it because it kind of puts you in that same mindset.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, I wrote that like thinking this, and then I don't know, it just feels awkward.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have a couple songs like that too that I'll like try to go back to, but then it's like weird vibes.
Yeah, it's like weird.
I want to hear that though. I want to hear your.
Yeah,
Is it more like the?
It's like droney ambient
yeah,
sort of stuff.
atmospheric stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, that's sick. I feel like in today's like TikTok age, like the market for that kind of music is growing a lot.
It has. It's weird. Like
Yeah.
there's like a market for it. But, I mean, there's a market for like almost anything.
Yeah.
Like if Aphex Twin can like make a record that like it's him just like making noise and shit, I sampled my cat, you know.
Uh-huh.
If you can do that, then like there's a market for anything. It's just like knowing how to tap into that market.
Yeah, exactly.
That is a curious question, though. Where do you think the future, or what do you think the influence is on music as a result of like social media in today's era? Because I have a couple theories. Like, how do you think it impacts it?
Oh, okay. I feel like, I mean, I'll always have like that voice in my head when I'm writing or trying to write something that's like, oh, like, will this do well? Or like,
Oh, so you let the you
Oh,
it
what
lets
they do.
it lets you let the followers in on the songwriting process.
like, what is happening? Am I fighting a car?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they gonna be able to watch the screen?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they just saw me destroy that car. I mean, like, I don't pay too much attention to that. Like, I feel like it's just
We can
there.
hit pause. Yeah. I'll ask that because if I cut this, I was asking the influence of social media on songwriting today.
Today, I feel like a lot of people.
Do you think it's a good thing overall?
Probably not, because I feel like the whole thing is just trying to get something to go viral, and that's kind of like, I don't know, maybe that takes away part of the character of the music, or either that or you just end up as, oh, that TikTok song, or oh, it's the guy from so and so video, and then like maybe that's all people see you as, and then they'll never like want to listen to like anything else or something similar.
The quote unquote memification of
Yeah,
songs.
yeah,
That's a very weird,
yeah,
like,
it's a
because
weird
like you
era.
want it at the same time, like you kind of don't. Because
Yeah.
if it's like a bad meme, you
Yeah,
know, it's
exactly.
like,
So it's just trying to find the right way to let it live
yeah.
and play out.
I think songs have gotten shorter.
Oh yeah, definitely. Huh?
Like attention span for 3 minute song.
It's just, it keeps going down. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Cause like, I was gonna say, yeah. And then like, there's all these like, I'm pretty sure like, those sped up songs and those like high pitched ones, like those sounds that go viral.
Oh, like the oh no kind of stuff.
Yeah, cause then I've heard songs too that are just like that sped up, and I feel like that has to like, that trims down the song as a whole too, huh? So if like that's all that people are going to like listen for, it's like, I don't know, super short. Yeah, attention span low, big
Attention
low.
span low. Yeah. No, it's weird. No, because like I mean that's always been part of it though. Like that being known for that one song. Like that's always been kind of the thing, at least in music, right? Like I know I've heard at least Dead Mouse mention play Ghosts and stuff, right? Just don't want to play it anymore. You know, like yeah, fine, I'll play it. You know, where's the check?
True.
But like I can see that sort of. The thing that like kind of weirds me out though is like if like so much of like I would say more of a viewpoint on streaming. What's your take on like streaming? I guess I'll ask that. Because I have opinions.
Yeah,
And I don't want to just like start spouting my opinions.
I get you. I think, it's weird, cause like, there's pros and cons to streaming, cause I feel like a good side is being able to have more people like easily access your music and listen to your stuff and like discover you really, but then at the same time, just like all like the arguments that everyone makes, like artists aren't getting paid, then I feel like for me, like a toxic trait is like always checking like the stream numbers and like
the metrics.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, if I don't have X amount.
Exactly. And like putting yourself down for it at times, like I've been in that spot, and it's like none of that shit should matter, but like
It's so weird though, because it's like if like as far as like the metrics go, because it just feels so impersonal, right? Because
Yeah.
like if someone like messaged you, one person or like 5 people, right? Let's say if someone like messaged you like, "Hey, I listened to your song," right? That's like amounts to 5 plays, right? But if they actually like messaged you, you'd actually feel it.
yeah,
If more, you know? It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a weird sort of like
that's true.
like feeling, you
I
know?
never even thought about yeah.
Because like I mean, as far as like my take on it is, I just kind of like I think the play numbers like while are a good indicator of like how like vast reach is, but as far as like a personal reach, you know, like I'm sure you have like artists that like have like small play counts that you're like, oh, this one really like, you know, hit me in a way. Whereas
Uh-huh.
like that, it's hard to measure that sort of impact. Though. I
Yeah.
think that's sort of one of the downsides.
Exactly.
But I don't know. It's great for consumers though, because you can like listen to anything.
Oh yeah.
It's all there.
Yeah. And going off that, I feel like from day one of me writing music and like making music and wanting to release music, it's always been that goal of all I want is my music to mean something to someone. Because I remember I was like in tough spots throughout life, and like I put on a song or a certain artist, and like they have like I feel attached to them through some way, like
Yeah.
through the lyrics or just through the music itself. And I just like I feel like once I have that connection with someone, or like I see that or see more of it, or someone even tells me, like that's when I'll know like deep down I made it.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
feeling of
yeah.
like the conversation of like actually being told that, you know, that's
Exactly,
like
yeah.
more like the thing, you know. It's
Oh, yeah.
weird how that like
Yeah.
actually is more. Then like, oh, I got 1,000,000 plays on something that like, but
Yeah.
did they like it?
Yeah,
Or was
exactly.
it,
Yeah.
you know?
Because what if those million plays are just like that meme? that you
Right,
said?
right, yeah. I don't know. I think that's at least,
It's a good take.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know the right answer on streaming.
Where do you think it's going from here? Because that's a big like question too, huh?
It's kind of a twofold question. It's the where do I want it to go, or where do I think it's gonna go?
We could do each one. Let's start.
I think the thing about streaming that would make it a lot better would be, I guess, better accounting. I think that would be far better, and better sales opportunities for licensing.
Okay.
So instead of a track getting your YouTube video getting demonetized, right, for having a song on it, like, cause I don't know, you're familiar with that, right? Like
Oh,
people
yeah.
like have a track in it and then it gets like
I've seen that. Yeah.
bopped, you know?
Yeah. I watch
Silenced.
videos that
Yeah.
go into that.
And then I would like a better way to like have control of licensing. I think that would be something that we'll, I think, eventually see a little bit more. I hope. The genie is kind of already out of the bottle, and music has been free for the last 20 years. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of hard to put that back in the thing. I think the licensing, buying and selling will be more of a thing. I don't think TikTok will be king in the long term.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely more my
Yeah.
personal grumblings with TikTok, but
Something's gonna.
I think
topple
it's gonna
over.
go through the same cycle that like MySpace
Oh yeah.
went through, and the same cycle that Facebook kind of went through. So it's kind of social networks kind of rise
Yeah.
and fall, rise
Exactly.
and fall.
Yeah.
But something else will come.
Yeah.
Funny I mentioned MySpace. There was a thing I actually liked about MySpace back when for artists, right?
Uh huh.
The for artists section actually let you interact with your fan base. I think Discord is actually going to be more of a player in that for
Okay.
letting artists interact with their communities and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Because that's like one of the like more, that was the thing that like always sucked with like Instagram and TikTok and all that. It's because you can't actually like interact with people in a very positive, not so much positive. It's great for reaching people that are not like fans, right? Or not your target. You can reach people that are your target, but it's not so much like people that are like going to go back and then your stuff just gets buried in their feeds and stuff like that and just rewards constant posting, right? Whereas if it's like a more tighter knit community, then you end up with like higher quality content or stuff like
definitely.
that. I mean, YouTube kind of is showing the problem with that as well, because like it's just like longer form stuff does well, and then like I don't know, it's a weird sector on that. But interacting with communities on stuff is really like I think the problem with like what I'd like to see addressed. I think Discord's doing a pretty good job on that, which is kind of a weird player in that, because like, oh, why would I have a Discord? But then like when you getting like, how do you have a section on TikTok or Instagram where you can have people that can talk to each other about a show they're all going to? That's a little bit harder to do on like Instagram and stuff like that. Yeah. And Facebook's kind of dead. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. The only other thing I could think of is like Reddit, kind of similar, but I think Discord definitely has that more like it's easier to like get into touch with someone like quick, and even like the artists or whoever, they can respond and chime into pretty easily,
especially like with different servers and stuff like that. I think Discord's going to be more of a player in that regard, at least as far as future stuff goes. I mean, I'm curious, what do you think the future of music is?
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea, honestly. Like, I feel like some of the thoughts I have are kind of aligned with yours. I know for sure, like, TikTok's just gonna get blown over by the next big thing. But it's crazy to think, like, what else is out there to make, because, like, we've had websites and apps that, like, do pictures, do videos, and now TikTok's, like, it's working on that short video is like king pretty much, or like those quick hooks and like the ease of just
Vine in 2022.
It's
Vine. It's Vine.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know what's next after that. So it's kind of crazy to think. But
see, Twitter used to be sort of that way to interact with an audience, but Twitter kind of similar sort of thing. Rise, fall. Fall. Yeah. So I don't know what the future holds on that, but I'll probably be taking part in it. Whatever it is.
Yeah. Trying to jump on that train too.
Yeah.
It's lit.
How are we on time? I don't want you getting in trouble.
Oh no! It's
4:20. All right. So shall we call it here?
I think so.
Well, everybody, good. Today, track is out. Acoustic version, Midnight Sun. Josh Solis. Search him. There will be a link for a whole playlist of all of his discography. And yeah, is there anything else you want to add?
If for anyone, I'm not sure when this is airing.
When it's finished editing. That's when it's airing.
I will be posting more about shows, more music. I got an album in the works. It's called Fruitful Love. I'm going to be launching a website soon too for like merch, stuff like that. And I hope to see any and all of you at an upcoming show. Or
when's your next upcoming show?
My next show is November 1st at Cal State Fullerton, my home school. Love that place. They're always very nice and kind to let me perform. And that's going to be fun. It's going to be like towards the quad. Markets and stuff are going on, so I'll be performing some live entertainment there. And it's going to be super fun. I hope to see you there if this airs before that.
It will, probably.
Okay, dope. And any other show that I announce will be on my Instagram, so follow me. Instagram, Twitter at Josh Solis with 3 S's at the end, JoshSoliss. And check me out on Spotify. Midnight Sun's out. Big shout out to Brian for producing the track. He did more than I could have ever imagined or asked for. So, it means a lot to me now that it's out, and it's out for everyone in the world to hear. And super proud of that stuff we did. So check it out.
Cool. All right.
Thank you.
And episode 1, season 2.
Yeah.